Let's go, Niner faithful. We got to talk about it because the playoffs are officially set. The Eagles, they got bounced last year. Was a fluke. Let's talk about it. I'm going to drop a little timer. Hop in. Let's talk about Niner football. Let's go, Niners. How about that, baby? The 49ers exposed them, broke their soul. What do you want to say? You say it. What a great weekend. How about them Eagles? I don't know, man. This has been a monumental weekend. It feels like a victory Monday. The 49ers didn't play, but all of their enemies, their arch enemies that were in the playoffs, they fell apart and they lost. Eagles lost to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers barely won the NFC South, right? Okay, but shout out to Baker. He did his thing. The Cowboys lost to the 7th seed Packers, who the 49ers will have to play. Can't take them lightly. And the LA Rams lost a close one to the Detroit Lions, the team that hadn't been to the playoffs in 32 years. Changing of the guard. We have the Buccaneers, the Niners, the Lions, and the Packers. That's your final four in the NFC. Crazy times, man. Only a one home team lost this weekend, says Enrique. That is good for the 49ers. We like that. We want to have good, positive vibes moving forward for the 49ers playoff game. But let's talk about how far apart, how far the Eagles fell apart. Like, this is a monumental collapse. This is going to have to be studied in history classes and like throughout the lore of NFL history. Like, this is one of the most monumental collapse, guys. This is going to be one of the monumental collapses. Like, it is crazy. They were, 10-1? They were the NFC East Division champions. They were so, like, just killing everybody. They were killing everybody, right? And I think this is what I have. I posted the stat. Like, the stat is crazy. They were, let's see, they had the division lead, right? They were 10-1, and they finished 1-6 to finish the season. They were 1-5 after they played the 49ers. They couldn't even beat a single team. They were eliminated in the wild card. This is one of the biggest collapses I've ever seen. The 49ers, they gave them the blueprint. And this is like poetic justice. This is Deebo Samuel's birthday. And the fact of the matter is the Eagles got so exposed on national TV. And last year, everybody was sitting there talking about the Niners this, Niners that. They didn't stand a chance. You guys lost. You're crying. And all we kept saying was, you know what? We just need our quarterback. We could have beat you guys. And lo and behold, the 49ers stood on business. Everything they said was so true. And like this loss today, it's not just about poking fun at them. Like, obviously, we love to poke fun at these teams, but it's more of like redemption for the 49ers because, man, oh man, if the 49ers would have had Brock Purdy last year in that game, and I hate to bring it up, I hate to think about that game, but listen, the 49ers have the best team in the NFL, and they're proving it this year. They walked through the NFC. They cooked this division. They're the number one seed. They get the number one. They get the week off, and everybody fell apart. And Deebo Samuel said James Bradberry is trash, and he got cooked up. He got benched for one part of the game, and then he couldn't even make a tackle on a touchdown. Everything the 49ers said was true, man. I absolutely love it. But the 49ers have to stay focused. They cannot get ahead of themselves 1 week at a time. They got to think about the Green Bay Packers because they are a good team. They're up and coming. They got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Chip on their shoulder. They got a young team, hungry team. But it felt good to see this team just fall apart, guys. It really did. It felt great to me. I don't know about you guys, but Jocelyn says it felt great watching this game. Yes. April says plucked and done. Shout out to April, one of the members of the channel. So shout out to everybody. Frank Tom Ocean, the member. Shout out to everybody that is a member of the channel and everybody else that's not. I love all you guys equally. Shout out to those that really support the channels, though, and buying the memberships. It's pretty cool to see all the support. We love the Niners. I love you guys. And it was a monumental day, guys. Like, just phenomenal. A weekend. Like, Cowboys lose, Rams lose, and the Eagles lose. What kind of better weekend could you have asked for? The only thing better is if the 49ers would have played and won. That's literally the only thing that could have happened. But now, Final Four in the NFC, though, it's kind of crazy. Detroit and Tampa Bay. I would never have thought that. Who do you guys think is going to win out of Detroit and Tampa Bay? I think Detroit's probably going to win. You know, they're the home team. They got the division championship. They got a lot of weapons. But man, Tampa Bay today, they showed me a lot of guts. Mike Evans is a Hall of Fame receiver. Like, let's give Mike Evans his credit. 10 straight years, 1,000 yards. This guy is such a good wide receiver, and he had so many different quarterbacks through the years, man. And Tampa Bay had some really trash quarterbacks, so I got to give him respect. Chris Godwin, healthy, playing pretty well this season. It's a physical team. It's a tough team, and you know you can't underestimate anybody at this point. Detroit, the story is amazing. 32 years since they even won a playoff game and you know won the division, and they came in and they won their first game against Matt Stafford, a classic game. Shout out to Puka Nacua yesterday. Absolute clinic rookie, one of the best games ever I've seen. It was statistically the best game for a rookie. So yeah, amazing. But the Lions got it done, and they're so happy. It's going to be a fun game. Two teams that nobody expected. Baker and Jared Goff should be fun. If the 49ers win against the Packers, we're going to play the winner of that. Simple as that. I think it's going to be Detroit, and I think it's going to be setting us up for Deebo Samuel versus Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in the NFC Championship. Can you imagine the storyline? Oh, my God. All season they talk the trash to each other. Oh, my God. I cannot wait for that game, guys. I cannot wait if 49ers win and if Detroit wins. CJ and Deebo, oh, my God. The content, the conversations, everything is going to be so classic that week. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't get ahead of myself, but it's going to be stuff, man. Didn't Deebo call Gardner-Johnson? They had a lot of trash going back and forth. It's going to be good stuff, man. 49ers, Lions, NFC Championship game. Jared Goff for this 49ers rematch. Jared Goff has a lot of history against the 49ers. He's the Fresno boy, right? He's the Cali boy. He wish he would have got drafted by the 49ers. There's a lot of history with Jared Goff and the 49ers, right? His home team he grew up rooting for was the 49ers. He was a Niner fan growing up. So if the 49ers do play Detroit, a lot of good storylines there. So, oh, man. Let's go. Look at this. Jimmy says the last time the Niners went to the Super Bowl, they beat two NFC North teams. That's right. Minnesota and Green Bay. Oh, you gave me the chills. That was crazy. Crazy. Monique says it would be cool if Houston beats the Ravens. Would be crazy. That would be cool. Would be cool. My man, Depressed Niners fan, says, it's bad when the rap account on Instagram posted the Eagles elimination. It's so funny, man. When you got these, like, rap accounts that don't even deal with sports, they post, how you feeling about this? How you feeling about the Eagles lot? I love it, man. I absolutely love it. It's bad. My man, Romulus, appreciate you. He says, first time listening to you on here. Sorry, IG post. Thank you for hopping on the YouTube. It's pretty much, we do the same thing on Instagram, but I like to build this channel, and do the lives. The cool thing about YouTube is the lives stay and they save it. So if you miss it, you can catch it. And I mean, if you guys like to watch me, you can always hop on the YouTube channel and support that page. So appreciate you for hopping in, man. Definitely cool to see everybody new that's in here. We got 108 people here tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Definitely appreciate all the support. Enrique says Houston can beat the Ravens. I think they could beat anybody. Again, a young team, nothing to lose, good coach. D'Amico Ryans is on a heater. CJ Stroud, man, generational quarterback, best rookie quarterback I've probably ever seen in my life. This guy is amazing. But the Ravens, number one seed, they got the rest. Lamar, MVP, right? This is going to be a fantastic game. Lamar versus CJ Stroud. I am excited about that one. Next week's playoffs are definitely going to be insane, MLX. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Rob says, where's Micah Parsons? Did he play? It didn't look like he did. He was crying about getting holds. And you know what? I think he'll be on his podcast this week yapping. Like, it's crazy. I think if you're in the playoffs and you just need to focus, man. Like, I know these players, they like to do their podcast. They like to do their media stuff. And I get it. I respect it because this is their career after. They want to make sure they build their, media network. And if they're going to go into broadcasting or be an analysis or a coach or something. This is their brand. This is them. You know, they're building their brand, and I have so much respect for them doing what they got to do. But I feel like playoff time, maybe you could put the podcast down, focus on the games. But that's just me. I mean, I know you have contracts. Like, I know Debo's going to be on Up and Adam show tomorrow. It is what it is, and I don't think that's going to affect him. But still, like, this is a week where you got to say, hey, look, I don't need any distractions. But it is part of the game. Media is part of the game. You know, they've been media trained, and media is going to ask questions. So it is part of the game. So I get that, but that's got to be tough, man, because media is going to be coming at you, you know, every which way and asking you things, trying to get you shaken off your game. It's like Super Bowl week, right? When they have the whole media week, that is the craziest, like, that is the craziest ever. So, love to see it. Says Debo Prods. Yeah, me too. 9-8 team beat the Eagles. Enough said. That's it. 9-8 team beat them Eagles. That's it. Bottom line. Christine says we play Saturday. We definitely do. We got the primetime game, 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. Kenny says Wilkes is out there right now doing interviews when he should be prepared. Yeah, again, it's such a tough part of the season because I do understand it is part of everything they got to do. Like, these teams that need a coach, they're not going to wait till the playoffs are over, because once the playoffs are over, those teams need to be prepped and ready, draft scouting, have their blueprint ready for what they're going to do in the offseason. So I do understand these teams are trying to get their coaches now so they can start building a plan, because once you hire a team, then you got to get your plans ready, introduce yourself. It's a process. So it is tough, though, when you have a good team and everybody wants your coaches, man. Like, our assistant special teams coach, did you see that this morning? The assistant special teams coach is getting interviews from the 49ers. Like, at some point, they're probably going to interview, like, the custodian. They're going to be interviewing the fans. I think I might get an interview. Hold on, I got a call from the Detroit Lions. They want to set up an interview for me to become a fan page runner for them. Oh, my God. They just told me, our Detroit Lions. I can't do that. How much are you going to pay me? Well, I got an interview tomorrow, folks. I won't leave you, but we could run 2 accounts. This is the craziest time of the year. At the end of the day, you got to stay focused. You got to keep your eyes on the prize, because the Super Bowl is just around the corner. They have 3 games left. Randy he says, do it. They could have sent me the bag, man. Give me the bag, man. Oh, man. The Niner found the Eagle. Was broke. Our Detroit Lions. You like that one's going. Do I trust Jake Moody? I do, man. I know a lot of people aren't. I want to be positive. I want to trust him because he played pretty good this season. I know he had some mess ups here and there, but I don't think it's going to need to come down to Jake Moody field goal. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and say that I'm not going to be nervous if he's in a pressure cooker situation, if he's got a game-winning field goal to kick. I will be nervous, but at the same time, I do trust him because I don't want to sit here and think of negative. I don't want to think about negative stuff because I feel like that is just a recipe for disaster. I want to have positive thoughts. I want to support the guy. I want to think positive. So, yeah, I'm going to support him, and I think he can do well this playoff run. But I'm not going to lie to you. I will be nervous if it has to come down to a game-winning field goal. I think we all will. Our blood pressure is going to be up, you know? So, my man, Steven, says, do you think Kyle will call D'Amico after if they lose to the Ravens? Ooh. I'm sure they'll speak at some point. during the playoffs. Maybe pass some notes along. Maybe they will. Susan says, anybody going to the game? Anybody here going to the game? What do you guys think? Anybody going to the game this weekend and seeing Brock Purdy dominate everybody and showcase that he was the real all-pro, showcase that he's the guy? Like, it's crazy. Dak Prescott just fell apart this weekend. Schedule collapse. I figured that was coming. Jalen Hurts just looked disastrous, confused. And everybody kept saying Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott better than Brock Purdy. Just gets no respect. Brock has to just come out next week and go lights out. So Flood says, I will be there. Nice. Good stuff. Gonna be stuff. S. Flood says, respect to Jason Kelce if it was his last NFL game. Yeah. As much as I hate the Eagles, it did suck to see Kelce. You know, he was kind of, you could tell it might have been his last moment. He was crying. He was sad. He was, in his feelings. And that guy's a heck of a player. So, yeah, shout out to Jason Kelce. Heck of a guy. Tremendous guy. That was his last snap. Congrats on a hell of a career, man. Definitely was good. Let's see. Get some more of these comments here. Shades Says this was a perfect weekend for the Niners. Rams lose, Dallas lose, Philly lose. Absolutely perfect weekend, Shades. Like it was you couldn't ask for anything better. The three teams that we hated the most as Niner fans lost. You gotta love it, man. Definitely good stuff. Gerardo says the Niners are scary when healthy. Remember, the teams are falling down. I know everybody's limping into the playoffs, falling apart. The Niners had a week off of rest, and they're getting healthy. CMC, he'll be back. Arik Armstead, he took a long rest. I think Armstead's going to come in and be fresh legs. His legs are going to be super fresh, man, and I love it. A depressed Niners fans says everyone in the Eagles sideline looked like they wanted to go home. They were so sick, and then the fans with the bags over their head, like it was. Oh, it's monumental, man. This is monumental. Yeah, there you go. Armando says, speaking of bags, did y'all see the Eagles fan with the paper bag? That was so funny. They were just like, they were sick. They were so sad. They had the phone out. Oh, man. I knew that was going to be a meme. I loved that moment. That was my favorite moment of the night. Oh, 1 second. It's my daughter calling me. I got to call her back in a few minutes. So we'll wrap up the live. My daughter wants to call me. She's at her mom's house. So we'll wrap up this live. Good stuff for the 49ers. Good weekend. It was a victory Monday, in my opinion. Again. Eagles got exposed by the Niners, says Showboat. Absolutely, man. They got so exposed. When the 49ers played them, like they put the blueprint out. Nick Bosa said that, and he got ripped apart, right, by the Eagles, former Eagles player. Oh, you're dumb. You can't be saying that. And the Niners absolutely exposed them because ever since the Niners played them, they fell apart, just like down the toilet. They went down the drain. You gotta love it. It was great. It was good stuff, man. Yeah, it's officially Packers week, man. Officially. Yesterday was Packers week. We knew it, but it's truly officially Packers week, man. Ah, man. I'm so excited for this playoff run. I hope the 49ers can win in against Green Bay and keep the momentum rolling. We definitely deserve a Super Bowl, man. This team has been fighting for years and years and years. I think this is their best chance. I mean, I really think this is their best chance. With this team, 7 Pro Bowlers, 9 Pro Bowlers, 7 All Pros. They're just such a talented roster, man. Like Tashawn Gibson said today, they're like the Monstars. They're like the Monstars. Like the only team that could beat them is Michael. The only guy that could beat the Monstars was Michael Jordan. I don't see Michael Jordan playing on the other sidelines. Man, the NFC is wide open. I don't think it's open. I think it's just the Niners and a bunch of teams at this point. I mean, the NFC is so weak, and that's why I say the Niners have such a good chance of winning this Super Bowl this year. They can get in. They got to win 2 games. You got to beat Green Bay. We know that. And then you either beat Detroit or Tampa Bay. They already beat Tampa Bay. The only team they haven't played, and I think they could beat Detroit, is Detroit. Detroit was up and down for some parts of the season. Niners can win. Whoo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for an absolutely fantastic week, man. I'm not going to be able to sleep either, Jocelyn. Like, I'm already just getting stressed thinking about it. I can't wait. I'm glad it's Saturday because I feel like we've been waiting for so long to see the 49ers play some football, man. I'm just waiting. Like, I want to see this game. I can't wait. We got to wait Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh my God. Oh man. I'm hyped up. But again, we cannot take Green Bay lightly. They're a very good team, and anything can happen on any given Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. You just never know. So I just hope that Brock Purdy uses all this fuel to his fire because, people are disrespecting him every chance they get. They hate him. They don't want him to win. He's the last pick of the draft, and all they see is some trash player. And I love that Brock Purdy comes out every week and he makes people look stupid. So Brock Purdy, I love you. Have a good week. Practice. Let's get ready. Let's go carve some. Let's go shred some cheese, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna head out. You guys have a good rest of your night. I love you. Happy Victory Monday. Appreciate the support. Make sure you hit that like button. All that good stuff. Bang, bang. Not again. Let's go.